Welcome in everybody to another episode of Notoriety here on WJLB AM 1230, 104.7 FM, and WJLB YouTube and the TuneIn app. This is the podcast broadcast equivalent to all the stories and tales you hear in the Tribune come to life on these airwaves. Phil Potempa on assignment this week, Tony Panic here, along with Luke Miller
Good morning.
here once again to bring you another episode. Again, we can't do it without our underwriting from People's Bank and, of course, in the past, Legacy Foundation, Indiana Arts Commission. So we thank them for helping us out, and we thank viewers like you as well. Today, of course, the Christmas spirit continues on there, Luke.
Yes, it does, because we have a classic tale coming back to life on stage.
And if you're watching on the YouTube, you can see between me and Luke here, uh, two nutcrackers, because the subject of the show is the nutcracker here.
Very strong hint.
And our guest joining us on Zoom today, Dan Talmy. He's the executive producer of Talmy Entertainment. And he's zooming us with it today to talk about the Nutcracker Magical Christmas Ballet returning to Rosemont in Chicago. Let's see if Dan is there. Dan, can you hear us?
Hey guys, good to be with you.
How's it going, Dan? As we are in the Christmas spirit here in the studio. But Dan, you're the executive producer of Talmy Entertainment. Tell me a little about that first there, Talmy Entertainment.
Yeah. Well, we've been in business for about 33 years, doing international ballet in the United States, and the Nutcracker has really become this incredible tradition that it's over 90 cities at this point, coast to coast. So it's we're in Louisville today, keeping it rolling, keeping the trucks moving, keeping the shows happening. So we're in the thick of it now.
No, I must say, that reading beforehand in the press release saying that, of course, you have over 90 different stops, but this is in its 33rd year now, Talmy Entertainment, along with the Nutcracker. Talk about how long this is and how storied this has been, this production.
Yeah. No, it's taken many different iterations over those years. The first tour that we did was with Moscow Ballet in '92. So shortly after the wall fell, there was a cultural and political opening, to the west, and so some of the best dancers in the world come from Eastern Europe, right? And so there was this big explosion, and we just grew it from there. An amazing artistic partnership that just really connected. And then so over that period, you've had ups and downs. You've had 3 decades of political changes, right? Artistic changes. The market moves, and so bringing us to today. Nutcracker Magical Christmas Ballet is sort of the latest incarnation of this production that's been touring, and we have artists coming now from all over the world, from Japan to Italy to Ukraine. The artistic directorship is based in Kyiv. So we really have friends all over the world that are participating and contributing to this.
No, that's a strong message there. That there's so many different people from all across the world coming to contribute to this show, and like you said, that even throughout the years with different times of peace and turmoil, that the main message of the Nutcracker is about peace, right?
Yeah, totally. And it's the through line through the story that we are presenting, where Clara and the Nutcracker Prince end up in Act 2 in the land of peace and harmony. You often see the land of sweets in Nutcracker, but we have really integrated that message of goodwill and peace. That is kind of embodied by the company into the story itself. And so, in Act 2, as we all know, Clara is visiting the 5 nations, and they are bestowing gifts upon her. And so what you have is sort of this interesting, meeting of the story where she's traveling through the different countries, and in peace, right? And then you have this thing happening where all of these real world countries are present on stage. Local children are involved, right on stage with the pros, and it's something that it's an experience that just like it's a good vibe. It's a good vibe these days, right? Like you just have all these people coming together, working really hard, and then it pays off in this 2-hour show. That's just like this kind of meditational moment.
Well, I was going to ask, too, people never seen the Nutcracker before. What can they expect? You kind of answered it there about the good vibes, but the story itself, is it like different acts for folks that haven't seen it?
Sure, yeah. So traditional two-act ballet. Tchaikovsky, of course, is the underpinning of the whole thing with music that was created for ballet, which is why it's so uniquely suited for this show, right? Like all of the cues are tied into the music and derived from the music. So, Act One, the Christmas party starts in the house of the Stahlbaums, and then Claire enters the dream where the Mouse King comes alive, and the magic happens, and the Nutcracker soldiers come to life. The battle, the snowflakes come to life, and then in Act Two, as we discussed, we arrive in the land of peace and harmony. And so, not only are we, bringing incredible world-class ballet artists, but we've tried to bring in circus elements as well to just spice it up, give you something new every year. Because the show is, like I said, this tour is 33 years old. The show itself is 150 plus, right? So it's like, okay, what do we do that's new, and how do you respect the tradition at the same time? So all the set pieces are hand painted in Europe, hand stitched costumes. I mean, you've got the proud European tradition of theater blending with, like I said, these circus elements that are new. Intelligent lighting overhead. You've got state-of-the-art technology involved, and so it's kind of this interesting blend to just keep it moving.
Now, Luke, you've seen this production before, right?
Yes, I have, and like you said, that there are different iterations of it every year, and I was also reading that you're also having puppetry included with the show this year, along with a new puppet character that's being added in, right?
Yeah. So our founder Akiva Talmy is just, he came up through Yukon in Hartford, and where Jim Henson's team originated, and so he's really just into puppets. Like, let's just be real. And so you've got this line of humor through the show that is delivered through these puppets. I mean, like, because at the end of the day, it's a children's family show, and folks are really at home bringing the whole family and especially kids. And so these huge crafted vacuum form puppets are, 10 feet tall, and just, it's like a laugh line every night that just, it, for us on the crew, like, these jokes become a little corny, right? But it knocks them dead every night, right? Like, so it's a funny thing. And then, of course, Sweets, the new dog puppet, has made his grand debut this tour, and so Akiva's vision really involves multidisciplinary theater, right? Like, you've got puppetry, you've got circus, you've got ballet, you've got, like, on the tech side, the lighting component, like I mentioned, and so it's all there, and it just comes together seamlessly.
Then you got to transport all those puppets too from city to city and town to town, which is no easy task, I'm sure.
It sounds like too as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I got to shout out the crew here, because when you're talking about transporting stuff, it's these are early load-ins in the cold of December. We'll be in Rosemont at 6 a.m. unloading the trucks, and local too. I got to shout out IATSE on deck. These guys they know what they're doing, and they get the show in, and they get it up in time for our 2 and 6 p.m. matinees on Sunday the 14th. So, it takes an army to move this thing around. And then, like I said, it's this quiet 2-hour meditation with Tchaikovsky, and then it's back to the hustle bustle, get the load out going, get to the next city.
And remind us what the performances, the date and times of those again?
We're in Rosemont, at Rosemont Theater, December 14th, Sunday, 2 and 6 p.m.
Perfect. And you can get those tickets online at www.nutcracker.com, or you could call them at 800-320-1733 to purchase tickets over the phone as well.
See, Luke was prepared with that there.
Luke, you're ready today.
Hey, I try a little bit.
All the information right there. Well, no, it should be great fun, folks. If you're watching on the YouTube, we're flashing some graphics right there. The Rosemont Theater, and what you can probably maybe expect from December 14th, Sunday, again 2 and 6 p.m.
Yeah, like you said, Tony, being there last year, there's just, especially in the lobby of the Rosemont, there were, I don't know, maybe about 50 different nutcrackers like we have here, all in different designs and different colors. They were showing them now. I mean,
it's amazing.
Spectacle. Yeah, it's great. And like you were saying, Dan, that it must be very special to have to be able to provide those memories and those good vibes and good feelings to all those families. When I was there last year, there was plenty. It was mostly family lining those aisles. So you must be very special to provide that type of joy during the holiday season to them.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned it. The nutcrackers that you brought up, they're large. They're like 5-6 feet tall, painted sculptural nutcrackers. They're really art installations throughout the lobby of the Rosemont. And throughout the years, we've had we've developed relationships with the high schools in town, and so the students are coming out and painting different themed nutcrackers, and it's just really a fun way to get everybody involved. It's a feel good thing, artistic expression, and an opportunity to practice your craft and technique, right? For folks that are going into the arts as a career. And then over time we've partnered with the Children's Hospital and other worthy organizations over time, where these fundraisers have actually delivered substantial 5-figure revenue during the holidays. All through the city of Rosemont. Those folks couldn't do any of this without them, and so it's kind of part of the mission of making it an all hands on deck community event.
And again, if you haven't seen it before, you're in for a treat. And folks that make it a yearly tradition, I'm sure we'll be back again. Dan, anything that we left out here that we're forgetting? Again, it's December 14th, Sunday, 2 and 6 p.m. Mm-hmm. What's that number again there, Luke?
And you could call 800-320-1733 or visit www.nutcracker.com to purchase tickets.
Yeah, I just want to shout out Alton Nazca, who's the director of the Plainfield Dance Academy. So we have a long tradition of including local children in the show. And so this is like a proud Nutcracker tradition. There's a cast of over 60 local performers that are rehearsing for weeks. And we have our artists traveling the country doing auditions and conducting rehearsals. And so Alton's Plainfield Dance Academy, these folks have been incredible partners over the decades. They always deliver an incredible bundle of energy in the form of 60-plus children that just flood the Rosemont. And, alongside our 40 professional cast members, the stage is just ablaze, right, with so much energy. And so I just want to shout out the local performers that will be joining us and bring so much energy and life to the stage. It's we're excited about it. Rosemont's a great stop, and we love it.
Thank you so much, Dan. Appreciate you having on here today.
Yep, thank you, Dan.
Hey, thank you, guys. It's good to chat.
Good to chat. Dan Talmy right there. Of course, Nutcracker coming to the Rosemont. Talmy Entertainment. We thank him. And Luke, the Christmas season is continuing on here. I mean, we got a lot of hoopla going on right down the road. Robbie Howard arrives today.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing a string of shows. We can plug that because
sure, yeah,
who's going to stop us for plugging her, right?
What the heck? We've got 15 performances over at the Theater at the Center for Visual and Performing Arts. Christmas show tribute to Sinatra and Friends, starring the one-man show by Robbie Howard. And he goes through over 30 different vocal impressions, singing, comedy, the whole bit.
Yeah, no, he'll be in town. He's arriving. Oh, I think the phone line, Adriana there. Thank you. But yeah, we're expecting him to arrive, and it should be a good time. About 2 weeks of shows, and you could also pair a meal with that. Some of those shows, right?
No, precisely.
Folks with 1040 Ridge Catering.
Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday shows. They do have meals as well. Try to make another tradition along with the 150 plus years of the Nutcracker. Why don't we make a Sinatra Christmas another tradition?
And you're maybe the youngest Sinatra fan around.
Oh, I don't know. Adriana, are you a Sinatra fan?
Oh,
she's younger than me. There you go.
Who's younger here?
Yeah.
Adriana, did you ever see the Nutcracker?
I did. Oh, there we go. I did. I saw the Nutcracker at the Joffrey Ballet in Chicago, and I loved it so much. I loved always seeing the Nutcracker. It was always a goal of mine, but I realized I was underdressed. I saw people going in.
Oh no,
like black tie tuxedos, the long gowns. I'm like, okay, next time if I ever go, I'll dress into the tens. Like it was.
Ballet
really
is confusing,
cool.
right? Some people don't know how to. I mean, I don't know. wear my tuxedo T-shirt, I guess. But no, well, it's a Christmas tradition. How's that song go? What's the famous Nutcracker song? Can you hum it a little bit?
I think I know Dance with the Sugar Plum Fairies. Bum, 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 bum. See, we have some talent up here.
We could do our own production of Nutcracker, but a lot of Christmas cheer coming on in Chicago, here in the region. There's no shortage of entertainment.
No, exactly. And like they were saying, I mean, it's just have a story tradition over the years, and you can always come back to shows like the Nutcracker and try to recreate those memories and feelings that you once had.
Did you ever see the ones you buy in the stores? Are you supposed to use them? I don't know. They're more display pieces.
Has
right?
anyone ever used a Nutcracker that looks like this for its actual purpose?
I mean, they're wooden usually, but I don't know how effective. It seems like they could break a lot. But the ones they don't move, right? Those mouths don't move.
They
no?
do.
They
No,
do?
they have a big.
Oh wow!
That's a big nut that you got to put in.
I
there.
bet Jed has some laying around. He's got some nuts laying
Yeah.
around here somewhere. We can
Some
try it
nuts,
later.
yes.
But anything else, Luke, as we close up this episode?
No, just plug Nutcracker again. Tell Me Entertainment over at the Rosemont on December the 14th, 2 o'clock and 6 o'clock. You can visit www.nutcracker.com or call 800-320-1733 to purchase tickets.
Perfect. Maybe you and Buddy.
We shall see. It might be a tradition that we have to renew.
Shout out to Buddy, Luke's brother, Zach. Adriana, thank you so much once again here. And thank you all for listening and watching here this episode of Notoriety on WGLB AM 1230, 104.7 FM, the voice and face of the region.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Okay, we're going to hold on for a
One quick
second. We
have
got
an
Christmas
ad.
songs to play us out, maybe.
Yeah, we got an ad.
Oh, we have an ad. Maybe it's a Christmas ad.
Can't let
Kmart.
that happen.
Might be Kmart.